Just into us this afternoon, former President Trump has filed a lawsuit today against his 2016 opponent, former Secretary of State Hilary Clinton, the DNC, other high-level Democrats, too, for $24 million. The allegation, he says, that they tried to rig the 2016 election by trying to connect the former president to Russia, with the suit claiming the scheme was so outrageous that, quote, the events of Watergate pale in comparison. Let me bring in NBC News Justice correspondent Pete Williams and NBC News senior politics editor Mark Murray. Pete, I know this lawsuit has just been filed, I think, within the last hour or so. Tell us more about it and how you read it.
Well, it's more than just Democrats that it filed against here. It's also former officials of the FBI, including James Comey. It's Christopher Steele and the people behind the Fusion GPS document, the so-called Steele dossier that was later discredited. So it's basically any grievance that Donald Trump ever had against his opponents, all packaged up as a lawsuit. What it says is they all there was a coordinated effort to destroy Mr. Trump's political career and impede his ability to effectively govern as president of the United States. Now, I should say, Hallie, that it's filed by an old friend of Donald Trump, a lawyer named Peter Tickton. Peter Tickton went to high school, the New York Military Academy, with Donald Trump, and he wrote a book about his experiences with Donald Trump as well. And I think we have a picture of the cover of that book. There it is, Peter Tickton, What Makes Trump Tick? My Years with Donald Trump from New York Military Academy, which is in essence the high school to the president. That's the lawyer who has written this lawsuit, who has filed this lawsuit on the president's behalf. And I suppose there's two ways of looking at it. On the one hand, it's an attempt to turn what happens in a political campaign into a lawsuit. On the other hand, it does say that some of the things that were done that were illegal, he says, such as wiretapping a page during the campaign, which now it's universally determined to have been based on some false and misleading allegations that were made by the FBI. It's Donald Trump says that his communications in Trump Tower were illegally intercepted. So there are some specific allegations here that form the backbone of this civil lawsuit.
Can you at all, Pete, and if this is not within your purview, I know you'll tell me, handicap its chances moving forward?
Well, I think it's a stretch, but you never know. It's filed in Florida. That's the first step. We'll see what happens.